Welcome back. This video is actually a couple of days late. It's about New Year's resolutions and New Year's concept en général. But I got kind of lazy to make it, if I'm being honest. I pull up my phone and I just put it down, and I have to film, and it's this whole thing, so I got really lazy. But, New Year, same anxiety, same depression, same everything. I am still gonna film it and post it because I like the concept and the idea because I made it, obviously.
Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
Today, I actually want to talk about New Year's as a concept in general and what I think about it. A lot of people like to say, well, New Year's is not a real thing parce que الوقت ما existiش وإحنا blah blah, and I'm like, okay. I don't see people bitch about this when it comes to birthdays. They celebrate them, we bil'u. So I don't get why New Year's has all of this like bitchiness about it. Just celebrate it and shut up. On the other hand, New Year's resolutions, I agree. To make like when you say it's just time, it doesn't matter. To make I agree. What I mean by this is que دوكا أنا اليوم, let's say like I am not in the mood to be optimistic and make a list about something, and it's New Year's. Then I'm gonna feel like kind of shitty because I see everyone else around me being like, yeah, I'm gonna want to do this and I'm gonna change my life and I'm gonna do this and that. Meanwhile, I'm like, well, I don't want to do anything. So in that sense, I agree. New Year's is just a date. If you want to change your life le 31 décembre, le 5 juillet, or whatever you want. That in that case, it doesn't matter. Because I really feel like New Year's resolutions can go one of two ways. You're either really pumped and really excited and you really go for it, or you're kind of depressed and it makes you feel worse. And in my opinion, New Year's resolutions is like a very personal thing. It's like you either want to or you don't. And if you don't, then it's okay. Personally, some years I've made New Year's resolutions. Some years I have not because I simply did not feel like it. And you shouldn't feel worse about yourself because you're not in the mood to participate in something. You see what I mean? So I just want to say, if this year you didn't feel like doing anything or give yourself like this objective you have to achieve by the end of the year, it's okay. It's just how it works. You can do it another day or you cannot do it at all. It's very much up to you. But on the other hand, if you have decided to make New Year's resolutions, I would like to give you some advice on how to actually do it. See why this video is too late, because this should have been like before New Year, so it would help you in your thing. But now it's like you've already done them or you have not, so it's kind of too late. But I just want to share this. Fuck it. My issue with New Year's resolutions, c'est que العباد راهم هنا and they want to go like here. خرجوا من الكادر تاع الفيديو carrément. Like, the issue is that people aim too high with their resolutions. It's like, بنادم jamais entraîna في حياته, and then it's like, I have to work out 4 fois par semaine pendant كاع العام. And I'm like, well, that's very unrealistic as a target. And you're gonna quit after 3 weeks, and then you're never gonna want to do it again. And you're gonna just feel bad about yourself. So what was the point of that? Instead, give yourself like more realistic and more logical objectives, I guess. Because in my opinion, like instead of saying like, yeah, I want to work out 4 times a week for the rest of the year, you should say like, yeah, I want to at least go to the gym, like at least every month I go there at least once. And that's more realistic, and you're going to be like more proud of yourself because you did that, and you're going to push forward. You see what I mean? So in my opinion, you should always try to make the resolutions logical and at least like realizable to an extent. On the other hand, ما تبداش تجيح. You see, like I want to go to the gym at least once this year, and it's like, okay, then what's the point of that? You see what I mean? So I guess you have to find the balance between something you can do but make it at least a challenge. You see what I mean? Like for me, I want to show you like my New Year's resolutions for this year. I didn't really do it seriously. I just wanted to give myself like small things I want to do, because other than that, like my life is pretty like paved out of what I want. Every year, I like to reflect on what I did for the year and what I did wrong for the year and try to change that and fix that. And this year, 2021, I mean, I've had some hiccups here and there, I admit. It was not the best year for me, but it was not the worst either. I feel like I've had some very high highs. I got my diploma, I left Algeria, I did so many things. I traveled around Algeria a lot last year as well. Like, I had a lot of fun. But I feel like I've made some mistakes in my personal life, and these are the things I want to fix. And I've actually made a list. So the first thing I want to do is be nicer to myself. What I mean by this is that I am someone who struggles with anxiety, but I am not someone who's always struggled with anxiety. So in that sense, I guess I hold myself to the standard تاع بنادم that doesn't have anxiety. So I'm like, for example, like sometimes maybe I can just do like a simple task. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you like this? كدا كدا كدا. And it's like, how is this helping anyone? How is this helping me? بصح, like I keep holding myself to the standard of before it happened to me, before I started having anxiety, and it just doesn't help. So I am trying to be nicer to myself and more understanding of my struggles. But at the same time, keep pushing myself to do better, because if you don't push yourself, then you're not gonna improve. The second thing is to celebrate my wins. I've had a lot of W's this year. I've had a lot of L's, I'll admit. But I've had a lot of W's, and I want to like celebrate them, like be happy with myself, be proud of myself for like a lot of achievements I did during this year, and I've did a lot of them. So I guess during this year, 2022, I will try to be proud of myself and happy whenever I do something good, because every time it's like, well, whatever, other people did it too, it doesn't matter. And it's like so toxic, you see, like why are you this toxic to yourself? It's all about the parents, I swear.
Child. Anyway, so
Why are you this toxic to yourself? Like, you need to just like celebrate yourself and be like, you know what, I did great, good for me, and so on. You see what I mean? Third thing I want to try to do is try to get professional help again. Now that I am in France, I feel like not every therapist is going to be great, obviously, but I have a bigger chance of finding someone that will be more understanding of my case and my reasoning. So I would like to try to get help again this year and see how it goes. The fourth thing is make more videos. I really like making YouTube videos. I have a lot of fun just rambling for like 20 minutes and then edit it down to like 15, 12 minutes and then post it. I really enjoy it. I have like an issue with like getting up and setting my phone to film. نعجز ندير هذه. But like when I'm filming and when I'm editing, I do not have that much hard time. I actually enjoy both processes. So I would like to challenge myself to make one video a week, because I feel like as a YouTuber, gross, it is like the bare minimum. One more thing I'd like to try to do when I make these videos is to promote them properly, I guess. Because like you're supposed to like say to people like subscribe and like and share, and it's like so cringy to me. It's like, oh my god, like give me attention. But it's like, well, if you're making videos, isn't that like kind of the point? Like you're not making them for yourself, so what do you mean? So this year I will challenge myself to, as an outro, always say like and subscribe and share. Because you know what, I work hard on these videos and they deserve to be like, subscribed and shared. It goes back to the self-loathing. I work hard on these videos and you know I deserve to promote them, and I will promote them. With that being said, like if you're watching this, like subscribe, like, and like share it if you want, obviously. I'm not like bullying you into it, but like, you know.
pick me, choose me, love me.
Another thing I want to try to do is to try to worry less about life. As someone with anxiety, it's kind of a given. You're gonna worry about every little thing going on around you. And the issue is that sometimes I worry so much that I don't even have fun anymore. And that was reality for me for a while. Like, for example, the last while before I left Algeria, I got my visa. I left 10 days later because everything was late. But in those 10 days, I was so anxious that I barely had any fun. And I regret that. I regret not having more fun and not being more present in the moment. And that really reflects a lot of my life. So I would like to try to be more relaxed and just enjoy the moment more, which I have lately, but I would like to keep going with that. Another thing I'd like to try to do is to care less what people think. And I know you're looking at my videos and you're like, wait, do you care what people think? And I'm like, of course I do. Like, who doesn't care what people think? But at the same time, I feel like last year, summer 2021, I was going through a lot and I made what is, in my opinion, the wrong decision of sharing a little bit of that, because in my opinion, I was not ready to share that, but I did because it was like, why not? So when I shared a little bit of that, I think in my mind, I was like, well, it's okay. It's gonna just show people that it's okay to be depressed. I am that person who was like, well, let me show you that boys cry too. And then it's like, okay, you've showed us that boys cry too. Now stop crying, get over it.
Now that's bullying. Did you see that?
I swear to God, sometimes I am my biggest bully, and I love it. But seriously though, I feel like I was not ready to share, because once I started sharing some of those experiences, people were not very judgmental. Most people weren't, at least. But I felt very judged. And that's when I knew like I was not ready, because I still care too much what people say and think about this. And as I am now, I do care less. I do care a lot less what people say and think, because it's been a while and I got back to posting again after I felt slowly but surely more comfortable and more at peace with myself. And now I can share things about myself and be comfortable. And I am trying to, I guess, share a little bit more of myself and my own personal life because I want to, because I want to share like who I am as a person and my experiences, because I feel like nothing is better to help someone than to tell them like, hey, this is what I've been through and this is how I am today. And maybe people are not going to have the exact same story as you, but they are going to relate to some of it and it is going to help them in a way. And honestly, helping people helps me because I feel like, okay, I've been through so much of this shit. And if I can help people maybe feel better or like improve in their lives, then it's like, okay, well, maybe it was not that bad. Maybe it's worth it a little bit, you see? Another thing I'd like to try to do is to continue my journey into happiness and self-discovery. It's been an interesting year, I have to admit. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot of my own patterns, a lot of how my anxiety works, and I am so grateful for that. I am at a point where I can talk about it in a more comfortable way, mostly in a private setting. In a public setting, not so much. But I am getting there. I would like to someday just like share like, hey, this is my story, this is what happened, this is where I'm at, this is what's going with me. And if you're going through this or anything else, like, it's okay, shit happens. You see what I mean? So that's where I'm at now. I would also like to, since I have moved to this house like in a semi-permanent way, hopefully, I have like this wall behind me that's empty. I would like to fill it up with like things people give me, like my friends, my family, like shit, and drawings I do myself. I am not an artist. This is not like a plot twist. I know how to draw. I do not know how to draw at all. I have no talents. But I like to do things because why not? So I would like to draw and like make posters and shit and like hang them behind this wall to make it like my YouTube background. Because why not? It sounds fun to me as a principle, so I would like to try to do that. And yeah, I feel like this video is like just me sharing a lot of my thoughts and feelings about New Year's, and that's it. It was not meant to be very scripted, very anything, but I have a lot of ideas of a lot of videos I would like to share. So if you'd like to watch them, consider subscribing because it helps. I want to get to like 1K subscribers because once you get to 1K, YouTube starts paying you. So if you can help with that, like, please do. If you can like subscribe or ask your friend to subscribe, like that would be very helpful. Thank you. I promise next time it's gonna be more cohesive and more to the point. I have a lot of great ideas. At least I like them. If you don't like them, I don't care. No, I'm joking. But seriously, I have a lot of fun ideas I'm excited for and a lot of new content I am really looking forward to making. So I hope you will join on this journey to my own self-discovery and my own happiness, and in a way sharing positivity and good vibes in this world. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go. This is